Man, Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Make sure you guys check out my boy King Sound's new hip-hop and rap album, King Talk, available on all digital platforms of Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, the whole nine. The link will be in the description, and I'll post it in the comment section. Check it out. All right, man, I'll link a few links in the description. I ain't feel like screen recording it. I was trying to get to the rest of my day. But Keith Thurman spoke on Terence Crawford, and he was on there with Ray Flores, where he said that if the money right, the contract right, that he'll fight Terence Crawford, and then he backtracked on that, saying, oh, maybe not next, or I don't know what I want to do, and he started doing the things that Keith one-time Thurman do, and backtrack and don't even believe what he's saying. He also spoke on Errol Spence as well, and said who had preference to fight him first, or he would prefer to fight first. So let's talk about it. We'll be back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out our welterweight playlist for more videos like this. Yeah, we got a welterweight playlist, man. So enjoy it, bud. Yeah, Keith one time Thurman. Don't duck nobody, son. Okay? I fight Terence Crawford. You know, he put the contract out there and the money right. Yeah, I'll fight him. Ray Flores said, who you'll fight him next? I don't know about next. Maybe the next lifetime, like Errol Badu said, but in that lifetime, I fight him anytime, anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But their response, he said, at Keith Thurman Jr., shut your ass up. You don't know what you want to do, because I bet you if the contract be sent, your ass will find a way out. So stop playing with my name, man. All right, y'all playing with my name, man. Put some respect on my name. All three of you. You're playing with my name. You, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and that punk bitch Errol Spence, man. Stop playing with my name, man. And then later in some of the interviews, he got to talk about politics and how he don't really care for the WBO belt. You know, I find it funny. You know what I'm saying? No, none of these dudes about 5-6 years ago had a disdain for the WBO belt. They was calling out, Jeff, me so horny, so horny. They was calling out Jeff, me so horny. And when he had a belt, when Crawford, the belt don't count. Same thing they did with Errol Spence belt. People forget that when Errol Spence was on the come up, the IBF belt. I don't really like that belt. Red and gold, that ain't Keith Thurman colors. So they did the same thing with Errol belt. I like the IBF wasn't about nothing. It ain't about the belt, because they all major, they all equal. You know, ever since 06 or 09, they made the WBO a major belt. You know what I'm saying? But Keith Thurman is speaking like he got preference. You know what I'm saying? Like he a champion and he can pick who he want to fight. Look here, man, you fought Pacquiao and lost. I thought you could have edged it and got a draw, but hey, you lost. So really ain't nobody should be thinking about Keith Thurman. He said he liked big fights. Well, if you like big fights, go beat Terence Crawford. It's the quickest way to get a fight with Errol Spence. Errol was right to say, man, I ain't interested in him, you know, but he did break it down how when Shawn Porter had a belt, Kenny Porter and them told him to get a belt, how Floyd Mayweather didn't give him a preference, how Pacquiao didn't give him a shot when he younger, so he just did was done on to him on the others. So, you know, he just sunned Errol Spence the same way, but he know if he tell Al he want Errol Spence, all it'll happen where just before you blink your eyes or flick the lights on and off, you know, Danny Garcia won't be that WBC mandatory. Keith Thurman will. And that's a fact. Keith Thurman to become that mandatory real quick, fast, in a hurry. If Keith told Al, I want to fight Errol, that fight would be made. Keith got more power over there than Errol. 1 belt, 2 belt, 3 belt, 4. You know, if Keith say, give me Errol now, Al gonna make that fight happen as soon as possible. But, you know, as far as him, you know, baiting Crawford and Crawford saying, stop playing with my name, all three of you, you know, yeah, we already know. In that one interview, he exposed himself. He said next. Ray Flores said, you'll fight him next. I don't know about next. You know, in that same interview, he got to talk about politics. Well, I don't care for the WBO belt. Then why you call this man's name? I'll say send a contract, I'll fight him. Only in boxing, you got non-title holders, you know, that's chasing other non-title holders instead of other champions. We know he don't want to fight Errol Spence. We know he don't want to fight Terence Crawford after, you know, basically, you know, baiting both of them for the last 2 or 3 years. You know, this is Keith Thurman is everything that's wrong with boxing right now. You know, the Charlo twins, well, at least Jamal love to hear himself talk. Behind the scenes, he ducking millions. Not just he ducking 8-figure paydays. You know, behind the scenes, you know, everybody want to be gangster on camera, but behind the scenes, they ask for easy fights, and, you know, they ain't asking for the tough opposition. You know, I did a poll saying who is top 5 PBC fighters. You know, just the best 5 fighters, no matter what division. And Gervonta Tank Davis' name came up. How can you say that marked the best? You know what I'm saying? Well, he won't even fight a white boy in Lomachenko. He 25 years old, whatever he is, and a 22-year-old kid, Teofimo Lopez, running to the smoke. You know, how? How can you say he the best? You know, and everybody clown Keith Thurman, and rightfully so, but Errol Spence doing the same Bojangles dance, Mr. Bojangles. You know what I'm saying? He doing the same dance. He doing the same, you know, woe dance around Terence Crawford. These dudes ain't real. That's the difference between me and you. Some people support Keith Thurman because he from Florida or they like his style, but then they bash Errol Spence for doing the same thing. Errol Spence fans are laughing for Keith Thurman because he ducking around Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, but Errol Spence doing the same thing. I'm consistent. If you ducking, I'm bucking, all right? I'm going to throw them shots at you. I'm going to let you know what I think about you. You know, and that's just 100. I don't pledge allegiance to none of these fighters, man. You know, but with Keith, he can talk about a Pacquiao rematch, I wouldn't mind seeing it over a Danny Garcia fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But you had your shot and you lost. All these excuses you had about the weight and how to cut this much weight and all that, it is what it is. You had a privilege that Miguel Cotto didn't have. You know, he fought him at 45. You fought him at 47 with no known rehydration clause. You know, Margarito fought him at 50, drained him 4 pounds. Claudia took a dive, in a lot of people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know, Oscar De La Hoya was drained by like 9 or 10 pounds. Ricky Hatton was coming off a loss and getting knocked out. He was coming off a dub, maybe a 22, month layoff, but you should have kept yourself in shape. You know you had to come back eventually. But as far as Bud, he was right, man. Like, man, shut the fuck up. Stop playing with my name, man. All three of you. Put some respect on my name. And Keith Thurman don't want to fight nobody. Keith Thurman just need to retire, bro. He talking about 35. Nigga retired today. What is it, April 14th? Retire today. 13th. Retire today, bro. Because, boxing got too many Keith Thurmans in it. And not enough, Aaron Pryors. You know what I'm saying? Got too many Sugar Ray Leonards in it. Not enough Marvin Haglers. You know what I'm saying? Got too many Errol and Keith Thurmans. Not enough Muhammad Ali's. Got too many dudes that's dancing around and two-stepping around fighters. You a fighter, bro. But this coronavirus got everybody feeling good. Everybody getting on live, saying shit that they don't mean. Not even knowing that they not even going to be able to make the weight when they come back. A lot of these niggas going to be fighting in catch weights and new divisions when this is over with. And Keith Thurman, he don't want no smoke. Just him, Danny Garcia, after Danny Garcia next fight, they just need to retire. Shawn Porter need to move up. You did everything you're going to do at the welterweight division. Yeah, I said wait, like waiting. You did everything you need to do. You fought everybody. You know what I'm saying? You had a whole year to make the phone call to Terence Crawford. It ain't been made yet. All these dudes that moved down, Shawn, Keith, and Errol from a division, and they trying to milk it because when they move up, they going to get exposed. But as far as Bud go, if Keith Thurman at his best, I give Bud some problems. His movement, and Bud would eventually, he had to place his shots in between Keith Thurman looping shots. That's going to be the game. Can he make Keith Thurman come to him like Pacquiao? You know what I'm saying? Or can he cut the ring off on Keith Thurman and outbox Keith Thurman? And to do that, he got to use his jab because Keith Thurman don't like using straight punches. He like to use those wide looping shots. And in the past, those kind of shots that clip Terence Crawford, so he had to keep his hands up. And he'd have to really place his short shots. I like to see him put the stick to Keith Thurman's stomach, bro. and then come over the top, with some shit, man. But, Keith just refused to use straight punches. Even with Pacquiao, he found out that he couldn't use those looping 1-2 against the high guard. Pacquiao know how to get away from the overhand left, overhand right, or left and right hook. So he found out that the way to beat Pacquiao was with straight punches, and he found that out too late in the game. So if Terence can make Keith come to him, or he can walk Keith down, it'd be an interesting fight. But, if it's a fifth, we all be drunk. Keith Thurman ain't the fighter that he used to be. And nobody know the punishment he took over his career and his injuries if he ever be that Keith Thurman again. So we have to wait and see. And he said that Errol Spence takes preference over Terence Crawford, besides from politics, is that Errol Spence got 2 belts. So that's the fight he want. Do you want it now? Do you want it later? Like, he never is specific about his preference of fighting Errol Spence. It's all about that's the goal, and I want to get into an eliminator fight that can build up to, even when he talk about this eliminator fight between him and Danny, and then Errol and Pacquiao can fight and the winners can fight each other, he don't talk about fighting Errol. He said, I'll get past Danny and then I can get the Pacquiao rematch. Like, nigga, what if Errol wins? It's a real possibility that Errol could beat Pacquiao. He's still dancing around Errol Spence's name. Like, I can't respect that man, dog. I got some respect for Errol Spence. A little bit left for him. Keith Thurman, used to love Keith Thurman. It's in the negative. He don't have no respect for me. Like, he didn't really turn Errol Spence into some type of boogeyman monster. And there was a point in time where I thought he would beat Errol Spence. Before Errol Spence, started to improve and sharpen up his skills and get more experience, I thought Keith Thurman would be too much for him. This man just kept running from that fight. All right, I get Errol Spence a big fighter. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman is a strong fighter. He a guy that was fighting at 54. The first 12, 13 fights of his career. Errol Spence spent about 4 or 5 fights at 54, right? But they both not trying to fight a dude who started off at lightweight. I don't get that. How is a big man smarter than scared of a smaller guy? Never got that. Keith Thurman called Bud out. You ain't fought nobody. Errol's fans keep saying, if he ain't fought nobody, make the fight happen. Keith Thurman should go over there and try to get the belt. But we know he won't stop in the ring with Bud or Errol. So why are we even interviewing Keith Thurman? He ain't got no belt. He held the division long enough. He set the division back 2 years. And you would think somebody that love big fights, like he say, I love big fights. I love them. So ain't no big fight with you and Shawn or you and Danny. I give a fuck about that fight, fool. Care about you and Shawn and Danny fight. Put that motherfucker on put that shit on Netflix or something. Put that bitch on what's that one? Crackle. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter. Put that on Crackle, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit on Crackle. Not even YouTube. Put it on Crackle or Daily Motion. Ain't nobody trying to see them fights no more, bro. You living in the past. You know what I'm saying? People who have VHSs wouldn't even want to watch that fight, all right? Either you get in the ring with Errol, you get in the ring with Terence, or move up. That's it. And I ain't never seen nobody even come off a loss. Oh, I don't want to shot at 2 titles. I don't want to shot at 1. If you feel like you had to draw Manny Pacquiao or you won, nigga, conduct yourself like you won. When these niggas lose, they act like they lost. Like when they think they win, but they lose, they act like they lost. Conduct yourself like you beat Pacquiao. It's okay, you ain't got your titles. That fight was razor close. But the reason people went against the grain on you is because how you conducted yourself, how you ducked the division, how you started the division out, and how you was scared of Errol Spence. That's where your real core fan base went. Anybody had an ounce of respect, or had an ounce of respect for the game of boxing or the sport of boxing, they can't be fans of Keith Thurman at this point. Don't care where he from. This man had turned Errol Spence into a folktale. He'd turned him into a supervillain, bro. They'd have made him into my man's from Infinity War and Endgames. Thanos. They didn't turn this dude into Thanos. Everybody got thinking this nigga Debo Thanos. And he ain't even that good, bro. So nobody care about you coming back fighting nobody, bro. If you ain't fighting Errol or Terence, keep it moving, bro. But It is what it is. You know, Errol said you ain't concerned about him. He didn't give me no opportunity. I don't blame him. You know, same thing with Wilder. You know, Wilder went fucking with Tyson Fury when that white boy wouldn't have gave you opportunity. If he would have gave you opportunity, he never would have failed the drug test to begin with. He'd have stayed a clean fighter. He would have defended and got a rematch with Vladimir Klitschko, and then he would have gave you a shot. No, he wanted to go put pads up his butt and sniff coke to make it look good and seem like he having a real mental relapse. He didn't want to fight you. He should never gave Tyson Fury a chance. Same thing with Errol. Let sleeping dogs lie. Don't go tempting fate. Leave Keith Thurman where he at. History tells us that you would have beat Keith Thurman regardless. Let's Keith Thurman obtain the WBA, Super WBA belt, the WBO belt. Leave him alone. That's what Deontay made his mistake at. Hey, man, let sleeping dogs lie. Public opinion is you will stretch motherfucking Keith Thurman. Public opinion was Wilder stretch fat Tyson Fury. Just, hey, leave that alone. Sometimes you got to go right to the plug and just beat up on your adversary, Terence Crawford. You know, leave Keith Thurman alone because he ain't got nothing to lose. You know, I don't know why he don't fight Errol. He got nothing to lose. Everybody, you know, you a scary little itch. So what you got to lose? Everybody expects you to get knocked out, but hey, it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out on all social media links if you have business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think. Link the interviews in the description for Fight Hype so you can watch them. I ain't feel like screen recording them. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Let me know what you guys think above response. Stop playing with my name, man. You know, put some respect on my name or I'll treat you. One time, Goodfellas Sports TV.